Okay, hopefully this video will help a new beekeeper. It's windy, so this camera is real good about picking up wind noise, so please forgive that. When you get ready to go into your hive, you're a new beekeeper, and it's springtime. It's in the 70s here. It's officially not winter. There's two things you need to do. But first, we're going to smoke them, and you puff some smoke under the inner cover, and then wait about a minute before you go into the hive, and also smoke the entrance. I have the top cover and the inner cover off. I'm getting ready to go into the hive. Now here's what I'm going to do. You will see down there on the ground, I have a new, it's not new, it's a screen bottom board that I've cleaned up and painted up. And I'm also going to set a brood chamber down here that I have, I've cleaned it up, scraped it up, and I gave it a coat of paint. And I'm going to transfer one frame at a time out of this hive down into that empty brood body, and I'll show you why. Now I'm gonna look for two things. I'm gonna look for be sure they have enough food. The second thing, I'm going to look to be sure they have a good queen. There's eggs, larvae, and brood in there. So that's the two important things I'm looking for today, and that's what you need to look for. All right, I'm gonna let a little smoke drift over the top of the bees. And now I'm going to take out the outside frame. It's usually it's definitely more easy to get that outside frame out. And be careful taking it out. It's a little harder to get, it will be hard to get out. But once you get it out, you can get the other frames out no problem at all. So we're taking out the outside frame. And there's a lot of bees in this hive, and it's full of nectar, honey. So they're okay on the food. Shake these bees off of this frame. You have to jerk it pretty hard to shake them off there. And now I'm going to clean this frame up. If you don't do this once a year, then your hive will get to where you can't go into it. All right, on the end bar, I'm going to scrape this propolis off of the frame. I'm going to kind of dress up the burr comb. I'm going to cut off the extra burr comb. All right. That one wasn't in too bad a shape. Now I'm going to place this frame in this empty brood chamber like so, and I will do every frame the same. And so that one had plenty of food in it. Now I want to keep going till I see brood and eggs and brood. In the lower center you can see the brood there, and all above it the nice yellow pollen. Okay, we've determined that they have plenty of food. They're in good shape. They've got a queen. She's laying good. They've got an abundant amount of pollen. So this is a textbook beautiful hive. And now I'm going to take this original brood chamber down below and that they were in, and I'm just going to literally shake them across the top of that hive. And likewise, here's the original bottom board, screen bottom board, and I'm going to do the same with it. And I'm looking again to be sure the queen's not there. They just about stung me again. And I got stung 2 times above, close to the eye, and that will happen. So when I put the bottom board on there, I don't just put it down. I kind of angle it and gently move it into place. That way I don't mash any bees. I've got some ventilation here. Right here's a piece of wood that gives me ventilation right there. That is very important. Please keep your hives ventilated. And now I'm going to put the top on there, and that hive is in good shape. The next thing we'll do is put supers on there for them to store honey in. And I hope this helped a new beekeeper. Okay, I have transferred all the bees into new hive bodies. You see there, they're not new, they're cleaned up and painted. Now this is the old hive body right here, the original hive body, and I determined that the queen wasn't down in there. If she was, I would give her special attention, but she's not in there. So you see the now existing hive, and I'm going to take that brood chamber there and just shake it across the top of that hive, shake them out of there, and that will be good. Okay, I have transferred all of the brood frames out of the second brood chamber. So you see the original brood chamber is empty, okay? And I transferred them down into this empty brood chamber that is on a bottom board. And I cleaned up the frames, I scraped the propolis off, and I cleaned up the burr comb. So next time I go into that hive, it won't be so terribly hard. If you don't do this, you will be discouraged. It will be so hard to go into your hive if you haven't cleaned it up periodically. So we'll show you the next step. I have set the original hive off to the right. You see it right there. And the clean brood chamber and the clean bottom board that I put the top brood chamber in, the top frames into, is sitting there on your left. Now I'm going to take a spacer and space those frames even. These are 10 frame spacers that I made myself. I wish I could find, they don't have them for sale. Okay, I'm going to space these 10 frames in this brood chamber evenly, okay? So I do not have excess space on either outside. So I spaced them evenly. Now I'm gonna, here's another brood chamber that I have previously cleaned out and gave it a coat of paint. Now I'm gonna set it on top. You're looking at the bottom brood chamber, what was the bottom brood chamber. I'm gonna take out each frame one by one. I'm gonna clean them up, scrape off the propolis and the burr comb, and I'm gonna place them in the top in an empty brood chamber I have there. So essentially, what I have done, I've switched the brood chambers, and you should do that in the spring. I just got stung under the eye, and new beekeepers wear protection. I don't. I just, it still hurts me. When I get stung, it hurts like it would you. I have learned to accept it, but you need to wear protection until you get to where that it's no problem for you.